Hey, how y'all doing? It's Wolf here, and I just want to talk today about some airsoft stuff. Kind of your basics, not essential, but when you first started getting into airsoft, or I run into a lot of new players, and they're like, "Oh, well, what should I buy? What is good? What's this?" You can watch every video on the internet if you want to about what you should buy, what you could buy. Everybody's gonna say something kind of different. I'm just gonna give you kind of like bare minimum what you should kind of have and what you should kind of lean towards when you first start buying or getting into airsoft. So let's go right down the list. Number one is iPro. A lot of people are like, oh, I should buy M4, which, here's my M4 over here, or, my AK was my first. But, or even pistol here. But, no, that's not really, you want iPro. Like, yeah, you could go to a field, rent a gun, try out all the guns and everything, which is fine. Don't get me wrong. But having your own iPro is like the best thing in the world. A rental mask, don't get me wrong, they could, unless your rentals are giving out dye i4s for rental masks, you probably want your own iPro, whether it be paintball or airsoft. I mean, right now I'm talking airsoft, but dye, you could use it for both airsoft and paintball, especially if you're a cross player. Um, so iPro, this fits over my glasses, so this is why. But they have like, for example, they have kits as for like Hilo kit for Oakley's, uh, Amazon. Just make sure they're ANSI rated. High quality airsoft stuff. I would even put a couple rounds at them before you even put them on your face to go to a skirmish or a game. Because, you get one set of eyes, period. Alright, let's go next. Gloves. When it's cold, when it's hot out, you want gloves. A shot to the hand, especially in the cold or the rain, is not the funnest thing in the world. It's terrible. Hurts. Just let's leave it at that. Before I get into explicits. But nice, good quality set of gloves. I mean, I have these mechanics here. They're fast fit ones, not the tacticals. But gloves can range you anywhere from these range me $15 to $40 to $45, depending on what quality you want them to get into. You want them full military quality, then go for it by all means. Whatever you want to spend the money on, then that's what that's what you. But your gloves are gonna be like, you're not gonna regret it. You're not gonna regret it. They're just the best. I mean, you can see mines have a hole. I mean, I've had these for about almost 2 years now, so they've seen some wear, they've seen some battle, rain, shine, everything. But gloves are not gonna steer you wrong. Your gloves and your iPro. If you walk onto the field with nothing else, those are the two things, like, some of the two things you want. Now, let's say you're feeling giddy or you have some extra money to spend and you're really looking to get into airsoft, then you could pick up, like a nice pistol or whatever. I mean, this is a CZP09, green gas blowback, all polymer. But, but there's cheaper options. For example, if I move this way, well, you can't really see it, but let me. So this is my CZ, or not my CZ, my HK, and this is just CO2. Runs on, it's just full CO2, no blowback, just CO2. That's a cheaper alternative option to buying a green gas blowback pistol, or even a green gas pistol that will run you probably about anywhere from $50 to $150, depending on, more quality, what brand is it, who makes it, stuff like that. And so for your pistol, you're going to want, of course, you're going to want some green gas, if you use green gas, or some CO2, if that's what your pistol runs on. Now, I run a CO2 magazine, or excuse me, not magazine, a CO2 clip, and a green gas clip. Now, this is the green gas, the one it came with, but I also run, you want a speed loader. If you're going to get that, speed loader is a couple bucks. And your speed loader, I don't know how well you see it. I mean, it holds probably about 100 rounds. And it's just going to make your filling up, whether you use mid-cap magazines or high-cap magazines, it's going to make your filling up a little faster. Now, for high caps, they have the hatch in the back, so you could just dump the BBs right in there. But for your mid-caps, you're going to, fill it right through how they feed out of there. So you definitely want a couple of these lying around. Honestly, they're only a couple bucks, maybe $3 to $5. On Amazon, you could get pay $20 and you get a giant one. I mean, there's tons of options out there for speed loaders. You definitely want a speed loader. If not for your mid caps, you want them for your pistol magazines. It's just going to make you loading way faster. You're not going to be spilling BBs everywhere trying to load them by hand. Just cuts down on your loading time between matches, between skirmishes. If you're going to a millism event versus a skirmish, yeah, you might not even use your pistol last game, so you don't have to worry about refilling it as much. But it's always a nice tool to have right there. I mean, I've been on the field, people have asked, hey, you got a speed loader, between a skirmish, their speed loader broke or whatever. If you're feeling generous, you can let them borrow it. But they're pretty relatively inexpensive. And then the last thing, which is probably going to come with your pistol, your CO2 pistol, if you decide to go with that option, is your Allen key. Don't lose this. I mean, not saying you can't get your hands on another one or whatever. It's just a really awkward size. It's larger than most Allen keys. You're probably not going to find it in your kitchen junk drawer. And, it's specifically meant for filling your CO2 magazines. I mean, at the bottom. This is a green gas, so this has the green gas fill valve. But, everybody if they're not running green gas, they're running CO2. So somebody's going to ask for this. And it's just a nice tool to have in general and carry. So, I mean, overall, that's all I really have to say. The one last thing for this video, a watch. I mean, a watch is always nice. I mean, you don't have to be pulling out your phone or looking for your phone or even have your phone on the battlefield. Someone asks the time between a game real quick, just tell them, look at your watch. You can look at your watch and say, hey, it's, 12:02 or whatever it may be, whatever time it may be. But, definitely, if, pistol and speed loaders and all the magazines and everything aside, eye protection and gloves. Those are the two things that are going to last you forever. Or not forever, but for a good chunk of time, especially starting out. And then from there, it's up to you. It's a matter of preference. If you want to go for a primary, if you're playing a lot, then go buy a primary. If if you're a pistol guy like I am, go get yourself a pistol if you want. It doesn't have to be the most expensive pistol in the world. You'll probably wind up with a lot of pistols like I have over here. And on the wall back behind me. But at the same time, you're probably gonna want eye protection and your gloves. You know, just those are the two main things. Those are gonna last you and keep you covered. You know, I mean, it is what it is. So I'm not telling you where to start. I'm just giving you recommendations. As for other advice, I'd say get out there and play. Get out there and play. See what you like. If you have a buddy that has a bunch of stuff, then they'd be like, hey, I'm thinking of getting into this. Can I try out some of your airsoft stuff? Can I try out your secondary? Why do you use this? Why do you use that? Do your own research. If, like, my play style, I like fast and aggressive for the most part. You know, like they say, when you're under pressure, the only way to deal with it is to apply pressure. That's, give it right back to them. But at the same time, I've been playing for some years now, so probably about 3 to 4 years, if not more. Past couple years, I've gotten more serious about it. But at the same time, you have to, start with the basics. Don't go crazy. Be like blow $500 on it or more, which a lot of people do, and you decide, oh well, I hate it, I don't like it. It's a nice community from what I've experienced, but not everybody has the same perspective or the same experience. Sometimes it just depends on where you live, what community. The community could be toxic. The community could be super supportive and helpful. The community I've experienced is super supportive and helpful. So, I mean, guys, that's it for this video. If you like what you see, smash that subscribe button. I'll be coming out with more. You can check out some of my gameplay videos. And definitely leave comments if you think I should add something. If you want to, there's something you guys want to see, let me know. Like, I just kind of shoot for fun, do whatever, I think people kind of want to see or what I want to talk about because, free country and all. But at the same time, that's it. So, call your hits, because it's an honor sport. So call your hits. And, maybe I'll see you out there. Peace.